Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners. Best Cord Cutting TV, Befort's Tax Preparation, Bravo's Restaurant Bar, Casa Samtonieta Ingielapa, El Rey Lounge de Versalles, Joint Boutique Hotel and Co-work, Montzon Brewing Company, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Owners Reps Puerto Vallarta, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. This is our morning get-together live on Facebook. Today is October 14, and boy, do we have a lot of news to share. But first, let me acknowledge the 2 or 3 or maybe 4 or 5 kind people that sent me a message yesterday asking if I was okay. I get anxiety. I get depressed sometimes. Sometimes I get anxiety. And yesterday was one of those days, and it's gone. But to keep things real and for you to remember that, I have ailments and I'm as real a human being as anybody else, rather than trying to conceal my anxiety yesterday, I decided to breathe a little heavy along with you. I hope you didn't think it was too sexy. All is good. Thank you very much for your concern. And that's that. Now, we have shitloads of stuff going on today. Well, not a lot of things, but there's a lot of drama that I want to unpack today. As always, I invite your questions and comments with a capital letter Q if you want them acknowledged later on. And you are, of course, more than welcome to add a capital letter N to your comment so that we can give you a nice, friendly welcome. If you're watching live for the first time, or if you just feel like you need a welcome, just add a capital letter N. What the hell? Okay, so let's start with the what happened this past weekend. First of all, it was a lot of rain. It was a lot of flooding. A lot of people got upset. A lot of people got concerned. So we're going to try to wrap it up nicely. First, by saying that Secretary General for the City Council, Jose Juan Velazquez, has reported that drinking water and garbage collection services continue to operate normally, and efforts are continuing to support families affected by the severe storms from early Sunday morning. According to protocols, the municipality has 48 business hours to submit a request for an emergency declaration, which seems to be the intention of the city. And of course, they need to submit paperwork, and the assessment will be evaluated by the Secretary of Social Assistance to determine the amount of resources from the Disaster Fund for Victims. These funds will be delivered to families by check, not in kind, so they can purchase supplies. So efforts to help are continuing. Now, this is important because if you walk around Basilio Vadillo or the Malecón or a lot of places in Emiliano Zapata, you may not have seen that much water. You see only certain areas of the city were severely affected. So for those of us that need talking points to bring some ease of mind to friends that sent us relief, are you okay? Requests on Facebook. I got a couple friends from north of the border. It's like, can you report that you're okay? Well, let us break down where the damage took place. According to Civil Protection, the neighborhoods that suffer the most are Parque Las Palmas, Tamarindo, Mojoneras, Villa Universidad, Los Portales, Vallarta 500, Bobadilla, El Calvario, and Cañadas. Now, if you didn't hear your neighborhood mentioned. If you have never heard of these neighborhoods, that doesn't mean they don't exist. It simply means that you haven't been there. Let us remember at this time that Puerto Vallarta is a large city, and and a lot of us, for better or worse, tend to spend time in the neighborhoods that we know and love, sometimes forgetting that there's more out there. So I think, if anything, one good thing that has come out of this very horrible tragedy is a reminder that we are a large city. We're not a little town. We are a large city. And I think it is important to keep this in mind. The article where I got this information from, by the way, also includes a very complete list of locations of collection centers where you can drop off non perishables so that this can help people that are suffering the most. Now, your friends may also want to know, well, what happened or why did it happen? Well, it is absolutely true that the weather has been atypical, but something that is also true is that here in Puerto Vallarta, municipal authorities are constantly urging citizens not to throw trash and leaves into storm drains in order to prevent blockages and flooding during the rain season. And the city does this year round. They don't only do it during the rain season. And despite preventive cleanup efforts by the city council, authorities assert that citizen collaboration is key to keeping these spaces clear. Now, it would be very easy to say, well, it's the city's responsibility to do that. It's the city's responsibility to clean. If things are getting flooded, it's the city's fault. Not quite true. In reality, preventing damage from rain is a joint effort from between government and society. I mean, the government can only do so much. So I'm not going to tell you that they're doing enough or they're not. But we can also step into the dance by making sure that we throw and dispose of our garbage correctly. And that's my 2 cents on what's going on. Unfortunately, it's not a new problem. It's an old problem. It's a problem that has to do with culture, with education, with awareness, and with concerted efforts in which we all can do a little more or a little better, in my opinion, to do our part to make sure that this doesn't happen. Moving right along, the Marigalante is gone, and the business group that owns the Marigalante has announced a swift replacement for its popular pirate ship tour. The vessel designated to take its place is the Jolly Roger, which is currently operating in Cancun. And I feel like rolling my eyes. Jolly Roger? What a horrible name. I mean, no offense to Jolly and no offense to the Roger family, but they are actually considering retaining the name Marigalante for the incoming vessel because the decision would continue the legacy of the ship that became a symbol of Puerto Vallarta after its arrival on the coast nearly 30 years ago, giving the replacement vessel significant symbolic value. I don't know how you feel about this, and I don't want to offend the Roger family. I certainly don't want to offend Miss Jolly. What is your take on this very Mexican name, which would be so appropriate for the Marigalante? Feel free to share your comments. And what else do we have? Oh my God, the big drama. Yes, 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 yes. So it's been raining, and then all of a sudden, yesterday morning, just like that, um, the city. No, that's not the first one I want to show you. I want to show you this one. You know, following a busy day when uh, the city started picking up the street, lifting the street at Parque Hidalgo, um, the city just started doing the Malecón improvement, or call it the improvement of the street, call it whatever you want. All that we know is that the city started working between Argentina Street and 31 de Octubre Street in Colonia 5 de Diciembre, and neighbors got ugly. The neighbors were like, well, this was not announced. Nobody told me. Needless to say, the statement from the city emphasized that the goal of this work is to modernize and improve the urban image of Puerto Vallarta's El Centro, which is a priority to attract more tourism and generate economic benefits rather, for the businesses and the merchants and the families who make a living for it. The works include the installation of public lighting, sidewalks, and street furniture. But of course, people that live there, people that work there, claimed they didn't get the memo and decided to protest and planted themselves in the middle of the street, preventing the machinery and the workmen from doing their work. Then taxi drivers also joined in the protest, halting the start of work on expanding the boardwalk, arguing that the municipality imposed the project without consulting the community. Well, of course, I understand that the taxi drivers are unhappy because they have a huge taxi sitio, or where the taxis park and wait for work, right in the middle of that place. So, needless to say, I totally understand that the taxi drivers would be upset. But I ask the universe, when is there ever a good time to improve a city without disrupting people? I mean, there's always going to be someone that is going to be disrupted. That's just the nature of the beast. What I see this as is a great exercise on public relations, or lack of thereof, for the city of Puerto Vallarta, and I'm sure they are learning their lessons. Maybe there was enough awareness, maybe there wasn't, maybe the neighbors or the people that are directly affected are thinking only of their own benefit. And why wouldn't they? But what about the rest of the city? What about the big picture? What about the needs of the many? So it didn't stop there. 15 minutes before 9 o'clock p.m. last night, protesters opposed to the expansion of the Malecón were enthusiastic as they watched the 4 mechanical excavators that arrived in the morning to begin work leave. The excavators were removed. They saw this as a sign of good faith. But I wonder, good faith for what? The street's already fucked up and work needs to continue. So it is what it is. I think it is an interesting exercise. I read in one of the articles that some disgruntled business owner said, well, it's going to be just like what they did on Calle Juarez 15 years ago. Well, 15 years ago was 15 years ago. Times have changed. Travel trends have changed. All kinds of things have changed. It just takes a little bit of common sense to understand this. So who's missing the common sense? The city, the people? I don't know. All I know is we are in the middle of this. And I also know that there's not a better or worse time to do these things. And I am sure that whatever it is that they're doing, it's going to be beautiful. But in case you're wondering what it looks like, and thanks to Muffin on the Move, I received this unexpected surprise this morning. Take a look.
I really do love this part of town. So we are on corner of Avenida Mexico y República de Chile. The well-known home goods store. It's like a popular there on the corner. And I wanted to get down here early on my bike to see what all the fuss was about. Well,
Go
walking
Muffin.
now because I'm already seeing a barricade coming up. and kind of people standing around. And yesterday I didn't have to come down this way. And so I watched all of the drama unfold from afar, from the comfort of my home. But I'm really curious about what the local administration has in mind for this Malecón extension. Personally, how is it going to affect my bike ride? Which, from what I can gather so far, it hasn't done so. Now here is the start of the traffic backing up. Everyone's being rerouted here, which used to be my little secret ramp always, and no one knew about, that you'd always bypass all the backup over there by the McDonald's and the Starbucks. But as the day goes on, this is just going to get worse. Everyone's narrowed down to a tiny little lane, and then if you do that sharp, hard right turn, here's Parque Hidalgo.
And right there, see that white tent? That's where the protesters are. They park themselves right in the middle, preventing the work to continue. Now, is it because they didn't get the memo, or is it because the city didn't send it? Well, that's one of the mysteries. Let's keep watching.
But here's where they began working yesterday, according to locals, without the proper permission and paper and transparency. And so we had a little peaceful protest set up. And what caught my eye yesterday was a mess. At some point in the middle of tonight, I noticed, did notice a post that there were neighbors that camped out kind of overnight to make sure that they didn't come back and start the work in the middle of the night.
And this is confirmed.
So it looks like they were able to chew up that little piece. And then we come.
And see, before Logan continues, see where those taxis are parked? That is where the sitio of the taxis is located. So needless to say, they are not happy because they're going to be relocated, which begs another question. Don't we have enough taxis as it is? But don't get me started on that one. Let's keep watching.
Back here, it seems like they were coming at it from both ends. Okay. So we are not on the waterfront. The beach is just a block away. And for some reason, they want to make these 2 blocks a pedestrian promenade rather than wait for traffic to get through. So, don't know if it's been very well thought out. Don't know. And here we go. So this is the bike lane between the curb and these markers here. And sure enough, los pendejos have interrupted what would be my path.
And let me tell you, an upset muffin is not a good thing. Let's continue.
So this is gonna get ugly. And we're not quite following the logic. Just another day in paradise. Here are the cabs stopping the movement. And so, yeah, it seems like we'll have to be relegated back up to the sidewalk with the pedestrians. A very narrow sidewalk, which has people coming in and out of all these store openings throughout the day. So just another inconvenience as we try to go about our day here in the friendly city in the world. Buenos dias.
Well, we are so grateful to Muffin on the Move for that exquisite commentary. You tell me what you think. I mean, think about what goes on in your own city and when the city had to break down to improve. How did it affect you? How did the outcome improve things afterwards? I don't know exactly what's going on here because the city hasn't really put out a statement, nor have we heard that that the government has actually met with the opposition. And I'm starting to see some questions. I'll get to your question in a second, Angelica. But I want to thank Logan for sharing this unexpected video early this morning. Um, and it's time for the weather. Let's have a quick look to see what's going on out there. And I see that now you can watch Apple TV in Apple TV on your Apple TV. Okay, that sounds a bit redundant, but this must have to do with some announcements that Apple Computer is making next week. It is 29 degrees out there right now. Humidity is at 72%. And today we can expect mostly cloudy skies in the morning, and they are, with rain in the afternoon, a chance of rain of 34%, a high of 31, and a low of 24. Then tomorrow, Wednesday, light rain through the day, a chance of rain of 66%, a high of 31, and a low of 25. And then Thursday, rain in the morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon, a chance of rain of 83%, a high of 31, and a low of 23. I am going to say that while I don't like all the rain that when it causes damage to other people, I will also say that the last couple of nights have been heavenly to sleep comfortably, and I hope that trends continue. Now, that trend continues. That's what I meant to say. Now, I do have to tell you about a new word that I discovered. And this is not a Spanish word of the week. No, this is not a Spanish word. It's an Indian word. And the word is tali. And I don't even know that I'm pronouncing it properly. A tali is an Indian, let me read this to you, is an Indian style meat served on it, featuring a variety of dishes like dal, vegetable curry, rice or flatbread, and pickles. It is designed to provide a balance of all six tastes: sweet, sour, salty, bitter, pungent, and astringent. So, in a nutshell, is six flavors, six sensations, six tastes, all served in a single plate. And why do I tell you this? Well, because my dear friends at Rico Indian on the Isla Río Cuale, my beloved Monish sent me a note and told me that he's running a thali special with two choices. You can have thali with buttered chicken for 160 pesos or thali with chana masala for 130 pesos. And in addition to that, they are running a 2-for-1 drink promotion until 7 p.m. So now that it's a little cooler, this might be a great time to stop by Rico Indian and give yourself a little taste of Indian food right on the Isla Rio Cuale, which is a beautiful place, as you know. It is lush and green right now, so even though it's a little hot, it's a little humid, it is a perfect place to be. Just bring bug repellent, as you usually do when you go and eat at the beach and things like that. I also want to tell you that of all things we've been seeing swimming on the Rio Cuale, now a deer, a wild deer, was spotted yesterday running upstream along the Cuale River in the El Caloso neighborhood, surprising residents who recorded the moment on a very bad video that I'm going to share with you. I don't think I'm going to get into trouble, but here it is. Pam, pa-da-dam. And there it goes. A deer. A freaking deer. What was that deer doing there? I don't know. But it was spotted on videotape, so there you have it. Last before least, there is a charity event that I want to tell you about. This is organized by Workout Tours Vallarta, and it's a charity event to benefit the Volcanes Kids Educational Program. This is going to take place on Saturday at 10 a.m. in the morning at Museo Arte Vallarta, where there will be activities for the entire family. And here to tell us more about it are the guys that are organizing it. Let's have a look.
Hello, everybody. Here we are again. One more time, we are doing the spotlight, and here I am joined with Vladi and Marlon. They are representing Workout Tours Vallarta. They're drinking water. I'm drinking something that will require help work habits later.
Everybody relax.
How is it going?
Very good, very good. I'm happy to be here. We're actually right now very busy preparing for light season. So yeah, there's a lot of work. So we want to make a new agenda for workouts. Want to grow the community even more. But we see the community is growing and things go as we're planning. So I think not too bad, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything that we are planning, we've been hitting our goals. So we've been blessed. You know, we've been working on this program since the beginning of the year, a little bit over that, but we've seen quite change this year. And we're adapting. It's completely new to both of us, I want to say. So we're both adapting very well. Things are clicking and happy to be of service to people.
That is wonderful. I forget how long it's been since you were here, but for the benefit of people watching this interview, can you remind everybody how wonderful your project is and what it is about?
For sure. So we're Workout Tours Vallarta, so that is one project. We are offering outdoor fitness here in Vallarta for everyone. One of our slogans is all humans are welcome. The other one is the world is our gym. So what we do is we get together in a beautiful spot at the beach, at the plazas, and we do workout for all fitness levels. We have a very, very nice, very welcoming community, which we are actually we're blessed to have all these very, very beautiful people from all different backgrounds training with us. We are called Workout Tours Vallarta because the main thing which we also started with are the workout tours, which is a combination of running and functional exercises outdoors. So we have different routes where we run or walk from one spot to another. We do some push-ups and different exercise challenges here, and then in the next spot and the next spot, and it's all experience. So that's what we do on the weekends, from the Sundays. During the week we have daily workouts, and we not only get fit, or we not only help people to get fit, but also we're making friends, and we help others to make friends, because they want to give you out there and swaying together, always be everybody at his pace. You connect in a different way, and that has been very, very, very interesting to see how the community worked.
At 62 years of age, I proudly represent the community that hears workout and just runs as far away from the workout as possible. What can you tell me, Vladi, about the people that are coming? How old are they? How fit are they? So that people watching might feel like, well, this could be for me too.
Of course, well, we are blessed to be living in a port where it's actually like a mixed spot. You know, we have a lot of tourists. We have all shapes, sizes, and beaches that come and go. So, you know, one of our things is that everybody's at their own pace. We always believe that the journey starts with one step. So you take your first step, and we are there to guide along the process. It doesn't matter if you haven't been working out for who knows. If you never tested your, that's okay too. You know, but we are more than capable of showing you the way. Whether it's with the beginner course that we do have, everybody has their own step. We have beginners, intermediates, and then of course we have our crazy guys who just go crazy, you know. But we do have all different levels, and not only that, we're just blessed to have a great setting for everybody. It's not only that. I mean, you don't only get to enjoy working your body out and all those nights. Chemicals that your body releases after you work out, but you get to see a great setting. We're very blessed to be living in a port that has all the great settings in the world.
You met the sunsets, you know. And I mean, how old is Rita? So we have one client which started with us from the first day on the 1st of January. She's 67, I think, 67 or 68. Wow. And she set the goal for herself. And the 1st of January, she showed up. We didn't know her until then. She's like, okay, I wanna stop aging. So I want to actually to try to reverse aging in a way, you know, because she hasn't been working out very consistently before. And then we started working out together, and like Rita showed up. Rita's been killing. She's super fit. I even had some personal training sessions with her, and I realized Rita's really at a very, very good fitness level, way better than others at in their 40s, 100%. So that's a great example of how that consistency and showing up and that decision of hers changed her life, because she's a very fit, very active woman. Like, she's 67 or 68.
Wow, that's wonderful. Now, there's something specific that brings you to the spotlight to death. Tell us all about that.
So we are planning a event for us, a very important event, a charity event, on the 18th of this month of October. And the idea here, I mean, you can elaborate.
Of course. So one of the things that we do as a business is we always want to give back to our community. That's one thing that connects us to our roots. You know, it's always giving back. We've done a project before where we helped out, you know, doggy shelter. Now this time we want to help out a small. It's a project that's on the outskirts of Puerto Vallarta in a colonia called Volcanes. They do scholarships for underprivileged kids, and it's a great program. They teach them computers, English, but they don't have somewhere to sit and have a great meal. So one of the things that we want to do is help that program out, get them their chairs, get them their tables, a couple of things they can use in the kitchen, and the school supplies for the kids, so they can keep going to the program, keep learning, keep moving forward. You know, that's the main thing. We have it on the 18th at Arte Vallarta Museo. Very beautiful. We had a great itinerary for everybody. We have a play area for the kids, face painting. For the adults, we're gonna have a couple of workshops as far as habits, breathing, and healthy at the health projects.
And not forget, we have a 30-minute family-friendly workout that the kids. How else can we get? We want to get, because we're still workout Tours Vallarta, so the idea here is also to start off the event with a quick workout, which is family-friendly, which is for all fitness levels. That the kids from Volcanes kids are also going to join. So,
Oh, how wonderful. So just to summarize, this is going to be a workout event, a fundraising event, a family event. There will be workouts. There will also be other activities. Let's say I want to be supportive of the event, but I'm not necessarily interested in working out. Is this an event for me?
yes, yeah, you don't have to. I mean, it's optional. You're like me. We don't have to work out. Nobody has to work out. The idea is to get together, and the main objective is to raise donations and get
For Volcanes.
for Volcanes case.
And I assume there's going to be somebody from Volcanes at the event to talk about.
Yes, and the kids too. There's gonna be, I think, 20 or 30 kids.
That's correct. The head, the one up in charge of the program, the name is Olga. She'll be down. She'll bring down 20, 30 kids a box. So they'll be there, also joining all the amenities and festivities that got involved as well.
This is wonderful. I know your website. I know your Facebook page. I am sure that you have all kinds of information already posted there for people to look at. Remind us of the date again.
The 18th October, 10 a.m. It's gonna take about 4 hours, so from 10 to 2 p.m. It's gonna be a very fun event for everyone. Excellent, and hopefully we get
Yeah. So of course, please, you guys have any information, go ahead, give us a holler. We'd be happy to give you whatever it is that you need or whatever it is that you want to hear.
Are we missing anything?
I don't think so.
This is good. That's how I work out, guys. Don't make me not work out.
As they come to and then come to the workouts and follow us, and you will see that they work for all fitness levels, and it really does not matter where you start. Like the first step is just showing up or sending us a message and seeing that you're more powerful than you think, because that's what a lot of people say. They're like, I didn't know I could be that fit. Yeah, you can. Like if you do the steps, and I mean you have people supporting you on the way, then that these steps are easy.
That is wonderful. Well, you guys are always welcome to come back. If any of you have quick news, I hope that the next time you come back, you bring this wonderful lady who's old, but she's fun.
Would love to meet her. That'd be a good idea. Yeah. Absolutely. We have.
Nice to meet you.
Please do, because she's very funny, my word. We love you, Rita. And there is so much
You see this, Rita?
inspiration. There is so much inspiration. Hello, Rita, for watching. There's so much inspiration to be had from other people. And there's so much inspiration to be had from you guys, giving back to the community. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having us. Always, it was a treasure once again.
No doubt. Yes, from that.
Excellent. Sure. Go exercise, everybody.
See you on the 18th of October.
Hi, friends. This is Paco Ojeda, and I'd like to invite you to a very special presentation. As many of you know, Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, is becoming more and more popular, not only here in Mexico, but all around the world. It's colorful, it's fun, it's beautiful to look at, but here's the thing. So many people are celebrating it without really understanding where it comes from or the deep meaning behind it. And that's what this presentation is all about. Yes, you can enjoy the parades, the costumes, and the sugar skulls, but if you want to truly connect with this tradition, to understand why it exists, how it began, and the moving way in which music, rituals, and stories help us honor our departed loved ones, then this is the perfect opportunity. I'll take you on a journey through melodies, customs, and heartfelt narratives that reveal the soul of Dia de los Muertos, all in a comfortable air-conditioned setting where you can just sit back and enjoy. So, if you've ever wanted to go beyond the surface and really appreciate the beauty and meaning of this incredible tradition, I hope you'll join me. I look forward to seeing you there. And of course, we made that promo before we added a second show. The Thursday, the 30th show is a presentation, is now sold out, but we added a second presentation the day before on Wednesday, October 29th at 5 o'clock at the Joint. If you wish to join us, there are still tickets left there. Now let's take a quick look at your comments. It's 11:08 and you're still here. You guys are awesome. My goodness. Good mornings, many good mornings. Again, thank you for the good wishes, Mary. I am feeling great. And I am happy to acknowledge that some days are good days and some days not so much. But a little bit of variety doesn't hurt anyone. Let's see. Oh my goodness, Sherry Cooper. I haven't seen you in forever. I'm glad to see you and I hope you're doing well. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, Laura, it seems to me it's common sense for all, even the city, to prevent problems work as a team. If we could bottle common sense into a pill and distribute it around the world, we would live in a different world altogether. Yes, this is actually true. Yes. Rico Indian needs patrons. Every restaurant, well, not every, but many restaurants in the city need business. And because Monish trusted me with this information and ask for help promoting, I was very happy to do it. Can we do this all the time for every single business? Well, we can certainly try, but in this particular case, yes, I love Monish. I love the food, and if a friend needs help, I am happy to do whatever I can. So, if you are in town and you crave some Indian, or maybe you haven't had Indian but like to give it a go, do stop by Rico Indian. Let's see what else. Oh, a name I cannot even begin to pronounce. A rainy day in Port. Woof. No, I'm not even going to try that one. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. The Jolly Roger is a skull and crossbones flag, and oh, such a Mexican reference. Thank you very much for that nugget of knowledge. The pirate flag is known as the Jolly Roger. Not in Mexico. And we had pirates too, you know. Let's see. There's a queue. Wasn't the new Malecón already decided by the city? Do people get to vote on the structure? Just wondering. Well, oh, Queen of Question, you always nail those questions. I don't know. See, here's the thing, and this is my very small, naive mind. If I was running the city, I would make sure that I would do the best possible effort in keeping people informed. So, has the city provided enough information or not? Well, that's part of the teachable moment for the city. If you ask me, I think we all take for granted that people don't read. And I don't want to get philosophical at 11:12 because we could be here all morning, but the bottom line is it often takes more effort to spread the word than we think. Do people get to vote on the structure? Just wondering. On the structure? Well, I don't think so. I don't think so. It's kind of like if they're going to build a new museum in your city, do you get to vote on the big decisions? Probably not. You may get to vote on whether they put a swimming pool or not, or maybe this kind of feature or not. But ultimately, we need to trust the government because we vote for the government. At least that's the way I look at it. Maria Bonita would be a lovely name for a vessel. And Michael says it will always be called the Marigalante to me, just like Nuevo Vallarta. I totally hear you. No offense for the Roger family, but no, I don't think Jolly Roger is going to be a good thing. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Many more. Wait. Where was that one comment that was the best comment for me? Shit. I really do need to find it. Well, I don't need to, but I want to. Here it is. Linda Eggerer. What a beautiful gift you gave us all. Generally, people don't like change. You know, there's so much wisdom on that statement. And the reason why I appreciate it personally is because it totally goes along with my new Notes on Mindful Living project, because we know that people don't like change. But I think the interesting question here is how can we develop tools for ourselves to manage change and to not get stressed out or get anxiety because of change. And that's precisely what happened to me yesterday. So thank you for that comment, Linda. I will definitely take it to heart. And you've given me a great topic suggestion for my new newsletter. Let's see what else we have. And here's Monish. There you go, Monish. I hope you get a lot of people. I will try to stop by at some point, but thank you. Thank you for trusting me with this information. Sometimes we don't like to ask for help. So I feel honored that you did. And And that's that. 45 minutes. We haven't had a broadcast this long in a while, but we are done. I appreciate the fact that you stuck around. I appreciate the fact that you trust the information that we provide and that you find value in it and that you reciprocate by supporting what we bring to the table. Tomorrow is Wednesday. We'll have more news, headlines, and stories to share. Have a good day.